This is a SUNANY inflatable airplane pillow, and it is not your typical kind of neck pillow. This pillow inflates, and the idea is that it will sit on top of a tray table, and you can kind of stick your head in it and wrap your arms around it to sleep on an airplane. Now, it also comes with some accessories. It comes with this sleeping mask, which is an eye mask, and it's contoured so it doesn't put pressure on your eyes, and it kind of has a spot for your nose. And of all the eye masks I've used, this has been the most comfortable of them all, so I definitely recommend the eye mask that comes with it. It includes little earplugs. I haven't tried these earplugs, but they look like they're pretty standard earplugs, so to block out noise. It comes with this carrying bag, which has a pouch in the front that's fitted and sized for the eye mask, so you can store the eye mask in the pouch and the pillow in the pouch. I've used this once already. I was able to get it back in the pouch. It's a tight fit, as with anything that's inflatable. When you inflate it once and deflate it, it's always bigger. But I was able to stuff it back in there. It took me a little bit of effort. Now, it has a valve on it, and it's a double action valve, so you open the big valve and you can blow it up, and it really only took me about 3 or 4 big breaths to blow this up. So it takes a minute or two to blow up, but once you get it mostly inflated, you stick this guy in there and you open the little valve, which is kind of more of a one-way valve, and then you blow some more to get it really as tight as you want it and as fully inflated as you want, and then you seal that. And so when you need to deflate it, you open the big valve and it deflates pretty quickly. All right, let's do a time lapse of me inflating this guy. Okay, I just put 5 big breaths in there. I lost about a breath's worth while I was putting the big valve in. Now I'm going to use this smaller opening. And the small opening is one way, so you can blow in, but it doesn't really come out unless maybe you squeeze it. And then you can seal this thing up. Now, I've never popped this inside of the thing. I don't know if it can. It looks like it can be popped in. I didn't bother doing that when I was using it on the airplane, but you can pop this in. So it didn't take me too long to inflate that. That's certainly something you can do sitting in your airplane seat without any real effort. So the idea is you fold down the tray table, you put this on the tray table, you lean forward and stick your face in this hole, and you stick your arms through these 2 holes and kind of lean into it, holding on to it, hugging it, and sleep kind of face forward on it. The other option is you lay it down this way and you lean forward and put your face in this hole here. This is the way I think would work best in airplanes. Now, I tried this on a red-eye flight, and unfortunately for me it didn't work, and the reason it didn't work well is I was flying Spirit Airlines. And if you've ever flown Spirit, they have these tiny little tray tables that are about that big, and it folds down, maybe you can hold a tablet or a phone on it. But I couldn't get more than just the back end of this thing on that tray table. So if I had a real airline with a real tray table, this thing would have been up pretty high, and I think it would have worked well for me. I'm 6 feet tall. But as it was kind of sitting in my lap, and I was bent over more than I should have been with it. Now, it was comfortable, sticking both arms through these holes, hugging it. It kind of kept your arms from flopping around. It provided some warmth. It's a velour flocked inflatable thing here, so it has the air insulation, so it kind of feels warm against you, keeps you kind of warm. And the opening is more comfortable than you'd expect. You'd kind of expect these edges to kind of hit your face. I was wearing the face mask, and it really wasn't a problem there. My big problem was that it wasn't high enough up. And some of that's that I'm 6 feet tall, and some of that is that I was flying Spirit where the tray table wasn't holding it up where it should be. So I have never fallen asleep on an airplane, and unfortunately this did not help me fall asleep on this airplane either. I want to retry this if I'm ever flying on an overnight flight again with an airline that has real tray tables. I'm going to pack this and bring it and try it. So if you've fallen asleep on airplanes, this is probably going to work well for you. If you've never fallen asleep on airplanes, it might work if you have a good tray table. Probably don't recommend it for Spirit. Now, for deflating it, all you have to do is be able to pull this guy back out, and you need the big valve to open. So once you open the big valve, it deflates pretty quickly and easily, and you have to kind of fold it up and roll it up to get all the air out to get it to go back into this bag. But it is possible to get it back in this bag sitting in an airline seat. It just takes a while, but you know, you're sitting there for landing, so what else have you got to do? Alright, I packed that back in the bag. It's actually faster the second time I did it. You might want to practice it before you get on the airplane. Might have helped that I had a table to roll it up against. And you know, so eye mask and this pillow, and so that's kind of, you know, your packed size there. It's maybe just slightly bigger than an inflatable neck pillow, but it's not bad for taking on an airplane.